Good evening. Another day, another show. Happy Ganpati. Lots of people who have Ganpatis at home. It's a beautiful festival. Okay, today I'm going to speak of a subject that is quite live and I have a very strong view on that. So I'm going to say it. It may not be in line with a lot of what is being currently spoken about, but yeah, uh, when we are growing up, one of the things that we keep hearing all the time is that he was a very big leader, he was a big intellectual, and he came from a poor background. He used to study under a street lamp. This street lamp story is common across pretty much most successful people that you keep hearing about. They could have studied in the daytime also, but that's a different subject, uh, that's a completely different argument. I'm not getting into that. My point here is completely different. My point here is that uh, reservation was a necessary uh, tool to uplift a whole society of people post independence, because the Brits had divided our country into really small fragments to rule. So basically, they created a lot of caste wars to ensure that they were in power, and they empowered certain sections of the society to build loyalty. So I just think post independence, we needed the reservations to uplift one whole section of society that was suppressed by the Brits. And they suppressed it by design. So therefore, we have to uplift them by design. And I think our founding fathers, the people who wrote the constitution, were aware of that, were conscious of that, and they structured the whole reservation policy. In my view, I think it's lived its time. I think reservation has now become quite an unnecessary thing. And I'll give you an example, okay? And I just want you all to be a little open when you listen to what I'm going to say. Let's take three of the biggest platforms in this country. Let's take the Indian Idol, let us take the talent show, and let's take the Indian cricket team. Correct. The Indian cricket team is possibly the most competitive and the most ruthless machine in the world, because there are more kids in India who want to be part of that 11 than any other sport in any other part of the world. So it's a highly competitive zone to be in. Indian Idol, Indian Idol is full of youngsters who come from small towns, villages, who do very well. Those talent shows that come on television, I watched a few of them. They are full of youngsters who are from small towns, small villages. You hardly see anyone from big cities. Those are talent based shows. They are not reservation based shows. You don't hear a show that is based on caste and creed. These are shows that are built around talent. The point I'm making here is, when we had reservations, uh, the people who had to be benefited, I think, have benefited. They have done well for themselves. They've moved on in life. They're quite prosperous. I know a few of them. Uh, but the generation after them is also availing of the same facilities, which in my view is absolutely incorrect. Why should a kid who gets 95% should not be allowed to go into a college because he loses to someone who's got 40% or 50% with a reservation? That's a big point. If you want to make India a superpower, you want to make India a country of people who are based on merit, uh, I think this is a tool that is very unnecessary. Look at the corporate world. The corporate world lives on merit. Everyone in the corporate world, top to bottom, survives because they are good, and they don't survive if they are not good. Every year, there's an annual evaluation that happens in your organization. There is no caste in that evaluation form. It is how capable you are, how competent you are, how incompetent you are. If you're incompetent, you're warned, and if you don't improve, you're asked to go. So I am not a big fan of this whole reservation thing. Whether it is OBC, whether it is women, why do women need reservation? They are so good. They are so competent. Uh, they make it big. They make it big everywhere. What women lack is opportunities. If you ask me, my personal view on what should be the focus of India for the next 20 years or 25 years, political parties basically love to divide people so that they get their share of votes. Political parties are structurally designed to create conflict. But that is not good for the country. That is very bad for the country. And I completely disagree with the current arguments going on in the parliament about reservation. I just think India needs a huge amount of money in primary education and secondary education. Kids need to go to school, kids need to get educated, empower the girl child, give her whatever she wants. I love the idea of women traveling by bus free. I love it. That is what they need. They need mobility, they need opportunities, and they need a lot of push. The more you push, the better they get. They can take on anyone in the world. I just think Panchayat Raj give them the 33% reservation or 40%. That is good. But that has changed the whole social fabric of rural India. Uh, I was told that there were no toilets in Panchayat Raj, Panchayat offices earlier, women toilets. But after the reservation bill came, they had to build two women toilets because there are so many women now in the Panchayat. It's over. It's done. At a grassroots level, the reservation part is fixed. To take it everywhere makes no sense anymore. Just because you want to have 40% women in the parliament, you want a reservation for that? I just think it's incorrect. What you need to do is to push money into areas that will help them, areas that will help them grow, get them to school, give them food in the school, give them midday meals, give them uniforms, give them books, give them whatever you want. Put good money into good causes. Uh, that is the only way you can improve the quality of. And I'm not saying this happens in most first world countries. Public schools, public utilities, public investments, public spendings are huge, which is why those countries are so up there when it comes to intellectual might. We should be a country that invests in knowledge, in information, in stuff that will help people build their lives and careers. Don't make them dependent. Don't make them lame. Don't make them. I mean, it is wrong. I just think support should be given in the areas of enhancement rather than in the areas of excuses. Uh, and you should never let any system, whether it is your bureaucracy, politics, anything in this world, should not be filled by people who are getting access because they have a different caste certificate, which is not correct. Because if you do that, somebody really capable is losing their opportunity. Uh, I mean, I read Abdul Kalam's biography. 10 children, 14 children. Abdul Kalam. I mean, what more do you want? He never went hunting for reservation. He found a way of making it big. I can give you 100 stories like that. Look at Mamata Banerjee. What reservation did you have to given her? That she's a chief minister of a state. She's a lady. She's as good as any man you can deal with. Powerful, sharp. Indira Yogi, Kamala Harris. You can go on taking names. There are women all around you who are doing so well. They don't want reservation. They want equal opportunities. They want respect. Uh, Create more Mamata Banerjees. Create more Kamala Harrises in the world. Indira Yogi. She went on to become the head of Pepsi worldwide. Uh, where was the reservation on that? There was no reservation. I just think this whole reservation thing is a very bad political game. I think as citizens we should stop it. We must get our politicians to realize what they are doing. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of this. I just think figure out a community that are in trouble, who are deprived, and provide them with economic benefits. If you want to really rebrand caste reservations, convert them into economic reservations. Give people economic benefits. Give people school books, Give them shelter, give them water, give them free power, no problem. Get people to live better lives, get people to study, get people back to schools. Do stuff like that. That is what reservation should be about. Reservation should be about supporting the economic weak people. Reservation is not about caste and creed. It's about going to the people who don't have the resources and helping them do well in life. And I've been saying this for a very, very long time. I just think, hearing the debate over the last 2 3 days, I just think they'll pass the bill and it'll all go on. But I just think it's wrong. I just think India needs economic reservations. It does not need caste reservations. Caste should be done away with. The quicker we do it away with, the better we prosper as a nation. I just don't understand this whole caste system. Each to their own. Everyone should live happily, and and provide economic benefits to the provide them to a point where people who just want to participate in the journey of success. Uh, yeah, my bit on reservation. I know that I may get a backlash, but yeah, it's okay. I just think skill and competency should be celebrated more than anything else. Anyone who has any skill, he, the government needs to find money to support them. Uh, yeah, that's it. My bit on reservation. Let's hope it travels. Let's hope someone sees it. And let's hope some sense prevails. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.